Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Emeka Ogwonye. Today is the 13th of September 2017. I am making this broadcast from Washington, D.C. It became necessary for me today to address the members of DPA and the wider world who could hear me in connection with the escalating violence in the southeastern part of Nigeria. We have watched as these events unfolded, and it became increasingly impossible for us to remain silent. As the leader of DPA, and insofar as DPA is a human rights organization, I have an obligation on behalf of our organization to speak out. I call upon the government of Nigeria to show restraint. This is not the time for recrimination. This is not the time to accuse anybody, but the news making the round and reaching the world indicates that we must all speak out and urge the government, which is the stronger party in this whole episode, to pull back in some way, to show restraint. The pictures we have seen, the video clips we have seen of utter humiliation and degradation of human beings occurring in Abia State as we speak is unacceptable. Whatever led to this, the fact is that the government is the stronger party. The fact is that what we are seeing happening or being done by the soldiers or civilians is unacceptable. It has gone beyond what we call the standards that could be tolerated under any circumstance. The Nigerian military must remain within the rules of engagement, must remain with the rules of dealing with the civilian population. What we are seeing today is disheartening, and I call upon the government of Nigeria, on behalf of the members of the due process advocates, 257 to 260,000 members, to please show restraint. This situation is avoidable. It's not necessary for the government to take the high-handed position it has taken. If all they wanted was to arrest the leader of the IPOB, it ought to be done in a more civilized way, in a better way. Apparently, what is going on now in the streets and towns far away from the actual location of the leader of IPOB indicates a totally misplaced priority and a wrong approach to what is actually an avoidable situation. So I call again upon the government of Nigeria, and I do so without accusing them of anything. At this moment, as I said, I'm more interested in saving lives of innocent people. I'm more interested in avoiding bloodshed than in accusing anybody of any wrongdoing. So at this moment, I plead with the government of Nigeria to show restraint, to show that it is a government, to show that it is capable of meeting the challenges of a developing country such as we have today in Nigeria. If you look at the situation with IPOB, or the incidents in particular, you find that they are not totally unexpected in a country like Nigeria and with Nigerian peculiar circumstances. What we did not expect is that a modern army will be behaving in the manner we have seen depicted in the various videos that are now circulating the world. I think I call upon the president to show restraint. I call upon the vice president, and particularly because as a lawyer, I feel a unique opportunity or obligation to speak to the vice president, who himself is a lawyer. He is in a good position. Mr. Vice President, you're in a good position as a senior lawyer in Nigeria to ensure the full observation of the fundamental right provisions of the Nigerian Constitution. And within those provisions, Mr. Vice President, you can tell instantly that what is happening is totally unconstitutional. Nigerian government is capable of doing better, and I call upon you, Mr. Vice President, as a senior lawyer and a senior colleague of mine, to show restraint, advise the government, advise the president, and advise the military commanders to pull back and seek an alternative approach to what is going on in Nigeria today. Thank you so much for those that listened, and we must keep in prayers all those that have lost their lives as a result of the crisis confrontation that is going on in Abia State today. I urge all sides, in fact, I also urge IPOB, to the extent that they have an obligation, to the extent that they could reduce the tension, to the extent that the leader of the IPOB could issue a statement to his followers to act in a manner that reduces tension, That will be very much needed, because in the final analysis, we want to see human beings alive. Whatever struggle we wage must be a struggle in which human beings will stay alive to wage those struggles. The loss of life is inexcusable, is unacceptable, and we must do everything collectively to avoid it. Thank you so much. I made my statement on behalf of Due Process Advocates, DPA. God bless you.